Imagine Earth teeming with life far beyond what we know today. Creatures unlike anything you've ever seen roamed the land, soared through the skies, and swam in ancient oceans. But something went wrong. These magnificent beings, the rulers of their time, vanished. They became whispers in the fossil record, their stories etched in stone. We will start with Dodo. The dodo was a flightless bird native to the island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. It is perhaps one of the most iconic examples of human-induced extinction. The dodo inhabited the dense forests and coastal regions of Mauritius. However, with human colonization and the introduction of invasive species like rats, pigs, and monkeys, much of the dodo's habitat was destroyed or altered. Today, the remaining forests of Mauritius are highly fragmented, making it difficult for any species, especially one as specialized as the dodo, to thrive. One of the primary reasons for the dodo's extinction was predation by introduced species. Rats, pigs, and monkeys brought to the island by sailors and settlers preyed upon dodo eggs and chicks, disrupting their reproductive success. Additionally, humans themselves hunted dodos for food, further contributing to their decline. The dodo evolved in isolation on Mauritius without natural predators, leading to a lack of fear or defensive behaviors. This trait, coupled with its flightlessness, made the dodo particularly vulnerable to human exploitation and introduced predators. In today's world, where human activity and invasive species are widespread, the dodo's lack of adaptability would likely lead to its swift decline if it were reintroduced. Next, we will talk about woolly mammoth. The woolly mammoth was a species of prehistoric elephant that roamed the northern hemisphere during the Pleistocene epoch, which lasted from about 2.6 million to 11,700 years ago. These iconic creatures were well adapted to the cold, harsh climates of the last ice age, with their characteristic shaggy fur, large size, and long, curved tusks. While woolly mammoths were well adapted to cold environments, the dramatic shifts in climate that marked the transition from the Pleistocene to the Holocene epoch likely played a significant role in their extinction. As the Earth's climate warmed and the ice sheets retreated, the habitats that woolly mammoths depended on, such as the mammoth steppe, began to disappear. With the loss of their preferred habitats, woolly mammoths faced increasing competition for resources and dwindling populations, making it difficult for them to survive. Alongside climate change, the expansion of human populations and the resulting habitat destruction would have further contributed to the decline of woolly mammoth populations. As humans spread across the globe, they encroached upon the mammoths' habitats, fragmenting their populations and reducing the availability of food and suitable living areas. The loss of habitat would have made it increasingly challenging for woolly mammoths to find enough food to sustain themselves and their young, leading to population declines and eventual extinction. Human hunting likely played a significant role in the extinction of woolly mammoths. Archaeological evidence suggests that early human populations hunted mammoths for their meat, bones, and ivory, using them as a vital resource for survival. While woolly mammoths were large and powerful animals, they were not invulnerable to hunting pressure, especially as human populations grew and hunting technologies improved. The combination of habitat loss and overhunting would have placed unsustainable pressure on woolly mammoth populations, eventually driving them to extinction. Lastly, we will discuss great auk. The great auk was a remarkable bird that once inhabited the North Atlantic, primarily around rocky islands in colder waters. It was unique in its appearance, resembling a penguin in some ways but actually belonging to the family Alcidae, making it a closer relative to puffins and razorbills. The primary reason for the extinction of the great auk was relentless hunting by humans. These birds were heavily sought after for their down, feathers, and oil, which were valuable commodities in the 18th and 19th centuries. They were particularly easy targets due to their flightlessness and tendency to gather in large colonies during the breeding season. With the advent of commercial hunting and the increase in demand for their products, great auks were hunted to the point of extinction. The great auks were highly specialized birds, relying on specific habitats for breeding and foraging. They primarily nested on remote islands and rocky outcrops, where they were relatively safe from terrestrial predators. However, this limited distribution made them vulnerable to human exploitation. Even today, with increased conservation efforts, restoring their habitat to its original state would be challenging due to human encroachment and habitat degradation. Although great auks were adapted to life at sea, they were vulnerable to introduced predators, such as dogs and cats, which were often inadvertently brought to their breeding islands by humans. With the absence of effective predator control measures, these introduced species wreaked havoc on the great auk colonies, preying on eggs, chicks, and even adult birds. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay updated with our latest content. Feel free to leave any comments or questions down below. We love hearing from you.